Extra Good Citizens John Gray was reporting on a campaign event for Brazoria County Sheriff candidate Richard Foreman when off-duty deputies stole his camera and assaulted him.
No, don't touch my stuff.
John.
Do not touch my body cam is running right now.
I know.
No, do not touch my stuff. Give me my stuff back.
Come on. Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
John, please.
Give me my stuff back.
Come on.
Give me my stuff back.
Get your stuff back, but there's no reason.
This is a public event. Get your hands off me.
Come on.
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Take your stuff.
In part 1 of this video series, Lake Jackson police refused to take a police report.
I talked to Sergeant Ancestra prior to coming here. He told me to inform you to contact Brazoria County Sheriff's Department.
I'm here to make a criminal complaint.
I'm just letting you know what he told me.
Okay.
He said our administration, Lake Jackson administration, told him to refer you to Brazoria County.
But it happened in Lake Jackson. There was an assault in Lake Jackson.
In Brazoria County, correct?
Yes, but it was an assault that took place at a Lake Jackson building.
Okay. Like I said, I'm telling you what our administration said.
So I need you to
Contact
take the
Brazoria
criminal
County.
complaint, man. I need you to take the criminal complaint.
They told me to refer you to Brazoria County.
No, this happened. This is a crime that was committed in Lake Jackson.
Okay.
You're the Lake Jackson Police Department,
Yes,
correct? You're here to file a criminal complaint
Okay, sir.
on a crime that happened in Lake Jackson, on Lake Jackson City property. There's absolutely no reason why I have to go to Brazoria County for that.
I was advised by my administrator.
And what is the administrator's name?
His
again?
name is Assistant Chief Chris Anderson.
Okay.
He advised me that if you came up here to talk to you and advise you that
So you
because
don't-
it was involving an off-duty county deputy,
So basically, crimes that happen in Lake Jackson don't get handled by Lake Jackson Police, is what you're telling me.
so this is an incident involving
No, this
county
is a crime.
deputy.
This is a crime.
It's an incident involving county deputy. Usually when there's an incident that involves an officer of an agency, it's handled by the agency.
If you missed that shocking Blue Lion cover-up, you can click the icon at the top of this video to get up to speed. John tried the sheriff's office next.
Mr. Gray,
How are you? What's your name, badge number, sir?
Deputy Mayor, Sheriff's Office. Badge number is 1801.
1801.
All right.
So I need to do a criminal complaint against an assault. The assault actually happened in Lake Jackson at the Civic Center.
Okay.
They told me it was a off-duty officer, even though he never identified as an off-duty officer.
Okay. Did they tell you what agency he worked for?
Apparently Brazoria County.
Okay.
His name is Stephen Buchanan. I don't know if you know that.
I know the name. He does not work in my division though.
Okay. So I need to. Have you seen the video yet? I mean, I'm assuming you know about it.
I've heard about it. Yes, sir. I know who you are. Like I said, we kind of got a briefing long before I came to patrol. I heard about you because of what the incident that did happen prior to my employment here. But as far as are you wanting to make a complaint?
Criminal complaint.
So a criminal charge against him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Because it happened in the city of Lake Jackson, that is a charge that needs to be filed with the city of Lake Jackson, unless they refer you back to us. And
They did refer us. Yeah, we went by there, and they said that the assistant chief over there said to come over here
and to file
a criminal
the charge.
complaint.
Okay. Okay. And this is
I don't know if you know who Richard Foreman is. He's running for sheriff.
Sure.
This was at his campaign event inside the Lake Jackson Civic Center. I need to file a criminal complaint, and they said I can't do that in Lake Jackson. I have to file a criminal complaint here, and that's
Okay.
what I'd like to do.
All right. Let me talk.
I noticed you haven't written anything down yet. I was just wondering. I mean,
It's all everything's being recorded. It's in the event that we go ahead and we file a charge, we'll get a written statement and everything. Okay. Because that's not how stuff normally works. It usually is filed in the agency that in the jurisdiction that it occurred in. Let me go ahead and call my sergeant and ask him what he wants to do if they refer you back to us, and then I'll get back with you real quick. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So, like I said, because this isn't how it generally works with us filing an assault that occurred in assault or any charge whatsoever in a different jurisdiction, my sergeant said that you can either go back to Lake Jackson and request that they take it again, or you can come back up here during regular business hours and speak with an administrator. They should be taking that charge, and if not, there needs to be a reason why, and they need to contact us and tell us why.
Okay.
And as far as, like I said, he saw the video. Again, I have not seen it. He said that you need to be sure that you know exactly where the assault occurred and how to explain it. Okay.
Now, this isn't filing charges on a police officer or opening an investigation. It's merely taking a police report. And they won't even do that. I guess a public paper trail might be politically inconvenient. And this runaround is completely opposite from what Lake Jackson Police Department told me last year.
Okay, so I got a call, which is why I had to stop and talk to you, okay? I understand you're in the area giving out flyers, so there's nothing wrong with that.
I was stopped by police while campaigning against establishment politician Dennis Bonnen. They said they'd take every call.
Yeah, y'all are good to go, man. Like I said, just be aware, we're going to get called. We have to stop and talk to you. That's what we have to do. It's our job. So.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all are good to go, man. Like I said, I'm not...
So just to be clear, every time I call 2700 from now on, an officer will come out no matter what I call about?
Well, yeah, we have to respond. I mean, it could be
okay.
For anything. But
okay.
Yeah, I mean...
So I'd be pretty sure when I need, anything police matter, and I call 2700, someone's going to come out.
Yeah,
okay, good to know.
Number,
yeah.
If you don't have an emergency, man, don't call 911. That's abuse 911. That is a crime. So.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
If you have a need for the police, yeah, you can call that 2700 number.
Yeah.
And yeah, we have to respond. We have to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay.
We have to make every effort to contact.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So. All right.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I experienced similar abuse during the last primary election. I was a vocal opponent of State Representative Dennis Bonnen. He's the Speaker of the Texas House. When I went to vote at the Lake Jackson Civic Center, Bonnen accosted me and threatened me. After voting, I went immediately to the police department to make a report. Lake Jackson police investigated me like a suspect, asked invasive questions like whether I had a gun, and ultimately nothing was done. It all finally caught up to Bonnen. He's ending his legislative career after a massive scandal involving allegations of bribery. City Manager Bill Yenny eventually told me that the police department would take John's complaint. I have once again talked with the assistant chief. My understanding is that Mr. Gray will be coming in and making his statement, and a case will then be forwarded to the DA's office. I interpreted this as the Lake Jackson Police Department getting his wife to file charges on John. Yes, that's right, the city manager's wife is the district attorney. By the way, Jerry Yenny refused to recuse herself during the Dennis Bonnen scandal, and she refused to file criminal charges against him. Lake Jackson police later took John's report of the alleged criminal offense. They also provided a copy of Sergeant Nacestra's body camera for $28. The full body camera is available on the Extra Good Citizen channel. I put a link to it in the video description.
I'm John Gray.
David Hawkins.
Nice to meet you as well. On January 16th, I went into the Richard Foreman for Sheriff event over at the Civic Center. Mm-hmm. I walked in, I sat at the table. A few minutes later, a gentleman asked me to if I could step outside and talk with him. I declined that offer. At that point, he took my camera and everything, stole my property. And it was only after making a very big fuss that he gave my property back. And he also assaulted me, pushing me, hitting me several times. I had my hands up the entire time, and I'd like to file a criminal complaint. I also brought you a copy of the video right here.
Okay, thank you.
That's for you.
Do you want to give a sworn statement, or do you just want to tell me that you were assaulted and I should look into it?
What do I need? What do you suggest doing in order to get criminal charges pressed against whoever this person was? I believe his name was Stephen Buchanan.
Okay. So I'm going to take this. This is for me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir. She can have it.
The typical process is we take a sworn statement. Mm-hmm. It's not required.
Okay.
But it would be up to you. And there's two ways we can do that. I can take you back to my office. You can video record inside the police department. If you want to audio record, you can, or I can bring you a statement form out here. So typically people fill out the top part with your personal information, mm-hmm. and then you can write anything you want to in there. It's going to be your sworn statement. At the end of it, I'm going to ask you to initial here and here, saying you acknowledge it's against the law to give a false statement. That's what can happen if you do. And then before you sign, I'll ask you to swear to it, and we're going to notarize it.
Okay.
You can decline any of this if you don't want to.
All right. I'm just going to put.
You want me to wait with you, or?
If you want to, you're welcome to. All right. So my statement says, I'm speaking to my streamers as well. I was assaulted at the Civic Center on January 16th.
Do you want to add a line, something along the lines of, I wish to file any and all applicable charges? That's kind of a standard thing.
Okay.
It's up to you.
No. That's exactly what I'm trying to do here.
And then before you sign it, do you solemnly swear under the penalties of perjury that the statements contained in this document are true?
I do.
Okay, right here, please. And then I'm going to notarize it. Let me make you a copy of that.
Although late is better than never, the Lake Jackson Police Department should have investigated the allegation at the time of the incident instead of soliciting a criminal trespass notice against the victim.
Mr. Gray, at this point, you're a criminal trespass for the Civic Center property. That contains all this parking lot, even up to the back of the police department. So you are no longer welcome on this property. You need to vacate immediately or you will be arrested.
Foreman's gang of law officers want to take John out. They think he's an easy target. And only with your help can John stand up to these bullies and defeat tyranny. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment.